What if something as simple as drinking water first thing in the morning could actually be doing you more harm than good? It sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? After all, water is the ultimate health booster. It flushes out toxins, jump-starts digestion, and keeps everything in your body running smoothly. That's what we've all heard for years. But here's the thing. While morning hydration is often praised, almost no one talks about the hidden risks, especially for older adults, whose bodies tend to be more sensitive and reactive with age. You see, it's not the water itself that's the problem. It's how you drink it. How cold it is, how fast you drink it, what kind of container it's been sitting in overnight, whether you've eaten or taken medication, and what you're asking your body to do right after waking up. And in those quiet moments just after opening your eyes, your body is in an incredibly delicate state. Hormones are shifting, blood pressure is adjusting, your electrolyte levels are low. Everything inside you is trying to find its rhythm again. So when you flood your system in the wrong way or at the wrong time, you may not feel it right away, but subtle warning signs can start to show up. Bloating, nausea, a strange chill, dizziness, even heart palpitations. The connection is easy to miss, but once you understand why it's happening, it all starts to make sense. In this article, we'll walk you through 5 surprisingly common mistakes seniors make when drinking water first thing in the morning. Mistakes that can quietly affect your digestion, your energy, even your medication. Number 1, ice-cold water on an empty stomach. A jolt your body didn't ask for. It feels refreshing, it wakes you up, and on a hot day, there's nothing quite like a tall glass of ice water to snap your senses into gear. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Pouring ice-cold water into your empty stomach first thing in the morning can be more of a shock than a support, especially for older adults. Overnight, your body settles into a slow, restful rhythm. Your digestive tract goes dormant. Blood vessels slightly constrict. Everything inside you softens, preparing for a gentle restart. Then, without warning, you send a rush of freezing water down the pipeline. It's like slamming on the brakes when the engine's just warming up. Instead of energizing your system, you could be triggering tight stomach muscles, slower digestion, even mild headaches or chest discomfort. Some seniors report cold fingers, shakiness, or a lingering chill they can't quite shake. Others just feel off, but can't put their finger on why. It's easy to overlook or chalk it up to age, but more often than not, these are signs that your body is bracing against something it didn't expect. A jarring start to what should have been a smooth morning. Take Eleanor, 76 years old. She used to start her mornings with ice water straight from the fridge. She liked the crisp feeling, how it cleared her throat. But she also started noticing stomach cramps, cold hands, and sluggish digestion. Her doctor suggested one simple switch: try room temperature water for 2 weeks. The result? No more cramps, no more trembling. Her mornings became calm again. What once felt invigorating at 25 can feel overwhelming at 75. And that's not weakness, that's wisdom. Your body has been working hard for decades. It doesn't need to be jolted awake. It needs to be respected. So tomorrow morning, skip the ice. Let your water sit a bit, or warm it slightly, like a kind gesture to your insides. Your organs will thank you, and you might just discover that starting slow is the fastest way to feel your best. Number 2, drinking too fast or too much. Why chugging water can leave you feeling worse. You might think you're doing your body a favor by finishing a full glass of water the moment you wake up. Get it done, get it in, move on with the day. But here's something most people never consider. Chugging water, especially in those first few waking minutes, can throw your entire system off balance. Think about what's happening inside you at that moment. Your heart is adjusting its rhythm, blood pressure is stabilizing, your digestive system is still half asleep. Then, suddenly, you pour in 12 to 16 ounces of water in a matter of seconds. It's like waking up to a fire drill. Your body doesn't get the chance to process, it only reacts. The results? Bloating, dizziness, nausea, a strange, lightheaded feeling that seems to come out of nowhere. You might even feel anxious or jittery and assume it's just stress or aging. But often, it's simply a matter of too much, too soon. Let's look at Walter, a 72-year-old retired coach who had his morning down to a science. Wake up, stretch, then finish a full water bottle before his feet hit the floor. But as time went on, he started feeling dizzy most mornings. His appetite dipped. He couldn't figure it out. He wasn't skipping meals or dehydrated. When he finally described his routine to his doctor, the answer was clear. He was flooding his system before it had time to wake up. With just one change, sipping his water slowly over 15 to 20 minutes, those strange symptoms disappeared. He didn't stop hydrating. He just gave his body the rhythm it needed. Here's the thing, hydration isn't a race, it's a ritual. And like any good ritual, it should be done with care. When you sip slowly, your kidneys adjust more gently. Your electrolytes stay balanced. Your stomach doesn't rebel. So tomorrow morning, resist the urge to gulp. Sit up, take a breath, and take your time. Treat your water like a warm greeting to your body, not a command. You'll feel steadier, more grounded, and better prepared for the day ahead. And sometimes, that kind of ease is worth more than any rush to get it done. Number 3, the plastic bottle on your nightstand. What else is in that water? You probably don't think twice about it. You place a bottle of water by your bed before you turn in for the night. It's comforting to know it'll be there in the morning. Easy to grab, no trip to the kitchen needed. Maybe you're using a store-bought bottle you've refilled from the tap a few times. Maybe it's been sitting there for days. It's just water, right? Not exactly. Here's something most people never hear. That innocent-looking plastic bottle may be adding more than hydration to your morning routine, especially if it's been sitting out overnight, near a warm lamp, a sunlit window, or even just in a cozy room. You see, plastic isn't as stable as we think. Over time, especially when exposed to heat or light, plastic can begin to break down. And when that happens, tiny amounts of chemicals, some with real health consequences, can leach into the water you drink. The most talked about of these is BPA, bisphenol A, a compound found in many older or low-grade plastics. It's been linked to a long list of health concerns: hormone disruption, blood pressure changes, thyroid issues, even mood instability. You might think, my bottle says BPA-free, so I'm safe. But unfortunately, that label doesn't always mean what you hope. Many manufacturers replace BPA with similar chemicals, like BPS or BPF, that can have the same hormone-disrupting effects. These substances are called endocrine disruptors because they can mimic or block your body's natural hormones. And for older adults, especially those managing chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, or thyroid imbalances, even low levels of these chemicals can quietly tip your system off balance. Let's take Stanley, age 78. A creature of habit, he always drank water first thing in the morning from the same plastic bottle he kept by his bed. It sat just a few feet from his reading lamp and sometimes even in direct sunlight. Over time, Stanley began to feel off. Headaches, sluggish digestion, occasional fatigue. He blamed it on getting older, but after speaking to a nutritionist, he made one small change. He switched to a glass water bottle. Refilled fresh every morning, within a few weeks, he noticed real improvements. Clearer energy, better digestion, fewer headaches. Sometimes what feels like aging is really just a buildup of small, fixable exposures. So, what can you do? Toss the plastic, especially if it's old, scratched, or reused. Choose glass or stainless steel. These materials don't leach chemicals and are more durable long-term. Refill fresh each morning. Don't let water sit out for hours or overnight in warm conditions. Keep bottles away from heat and sunlight. Even indirect warmth can cause leaching. The good news? This is one of the easiest health upgrades you can make. No pills, no diets, no doctor's visits. Just a simple shift in how you store and drink your water. Because your body has enough to manage. Let your morning hydration be a help, not a hidden harm. Number 4. Water, medication, and your morning stomach. The combo that might be making you feel off. You wake up. You reach for your pill box. Maybe it's your thyroid medication, a blood pressure tablet, or a daily pain reliever. Like clockwork, you take it with a tall glass of water, just like your doctor told you years ago. But lately, something's been off. You've noticed a queasy stomach, a wave of lightheadedness, a sense of discomfort you can't quite explain. What if the culprit isn't your medication or your breakfast, but how you're combining water, pills, and an empty or too full stomach? It's easy to overlook this, but for older adults especially, the timing, amount, and context of water intake can quietly interfere with how your medications work and how you feel. And the tricky part? It doesn't always show up as an obvious issue. Sometimes it's a subtle fatigue, a bit of nausea, or a sense that your body just isn't running quite right. Here's why. Your digestive system is most sensitive in the early morning. After a full night of fasting, the stomach is empty, acid levels are high, and hormones are beginning to shift. Throw in a large volume of water, especially cold water, and you may be diluting stomach acid, making it harder for certain medications to absorb properly, triggering sudden stomach expansion, which can lead to nausea or cramps, disrupting the timing of digestion, especially if you eat too soon or too late after taking your meds. Now let's talk about Margaret, 80 years old, who started every day with her thyroid pill and a full 12-ounce glass of water. She waited exactly 30 minutes before breakfast, thinking she was doing everything right. But every morning she felt off, unsettled, weak, and occasionally dizzy. Her lab results were inconsistent, and her doctor was puzzled. Until one day, someone asked, "How much water are you drinking with your medication?" Turns out that one detail made all the difference. Her doctor suggested a gentle revision. Take the pill with just 2-3 ounces of room temperature water, then wait a full 45-60 minutes before eating. It wasn't a huge change, but it was the right one. Within days, Margaret's nausea vanished, her labs stabilized, she felt like herself again. This is the kind of shift that's easy to miss, especially if you've been taking the same medication for years. But our bodies change, even if our routines don't. And sometimes the key isn't a new medication, but a new approach to something as simple as a glass of water. So tomorrow morning, pause for a moment. Look at your routine with fresh eyes. Could less water mean more comfort? Could waiting a few extra minutes help your medication do its job better? Sometimes healing starts not with what you add, but with what you gently adjust. Number 5. Skipping breakfast and only drinking water. Why less might not be more. You've probably heard the saying, less is more. And when it comes to morning routines, it can feel good to keep things simple. Wake up, drink a big glass of water, maybe a cup of coffee, and skip breakfast altogether. Some folks even feel proud of that discipline. No sugar, no carbs, just hydration and willpower. But here's something worth thinking about. What if starting your day with only water is quietly draining your energy and not helping your health at all? For younger people, skipping breakfast or practicing intermittent fasting might offer some short-term benefits, but for older adults, especially those in their 60s, 70s or beyond, your body has different needs. After a full night without food, your blood sugar is naturally low, your brain is waiting for fuel, your muscles are looking for nutrients to get going, and water, while absolutely essential, can't meet those needs on its own. When you drink water without food in the morning, you may experience brain fog or forgetfulness, irritability or low mood, fatigue that lingers through the day, jittery or anxious feelings, especially if coffee is added. The tricky part? These symptoms don't always feel like hunger. You may not even notice them at first, but over time, your body starts sending signals that it's running on empty, even if you don't recognize them as such. Let's talk about Alice, age 69. She wanted to simplify her mornings. Inspired by articles about metabolism and weight loss, she decided to skip breakfast and just drink water until lunchtime. At first, she felt lighter, even proud, but after a few weeks, she began feeling tired, forgetful, and emotionally flat. Her daughter noticed she was repeating herself more often. Alarmed, they went to the doctor, but nothing serious showed up. The real issue? Her brain and body were simply underfueled. Once Alice reintroduced a small, balanced breakfast, think scrambled eggs and toast, oatmeal with nuts and fruit, her energy returned, her focus sharpened. She felt like herself again. So here's the gentle truth. Water is a wonderful way to start your day, but it's not enough on its own. Your body needs nourishment to stabilize blood sugar, support hormone balance, and keep your mind clear. If you've been skipping breakfast hoping to simplify or be healthier, ask yourself, has it made you feel better or just more tired? Try adding something small, a boiled egg, half a banana with peanut butter, a few bites of yogurt and granola. You might be surprised at how much brighter your morning feels, with just a little fuel to go with your water. Because the goal isn't to do more or less, it's to do what helps you feel your best. And sometimes a few bites of breakfast can give your day the lift it truly needs. Final thoughts, a gentle shift that can change everything. We often think that staying healthy requires big changes, new medications, strict diets, or complicated routines. But sometimes the most meaningful improvements come from the smallest shifts, like how you drink water in the morning. Something you've done every day for decades may not need to be eliminated, just adjusted with care and intention. As we age, our bodies speak to us more quietly but more clearly. What once felt refreshing can now feel jarring. What used to be harmless may now need a second thought. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. And learning to listen to that wisdom is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Whether it's choosing room temperature water instead of ice cold, sipping slowly instead of chugging, replacing plastic with glass, rethinking how you take medication, or giving your body the fuel it needs with a small breakfast, these aren't dramatic changes, they're thoughtful ones. They're signs that you still care deeply about how you feel, how you move, and how you live each day. And if you've made it this far, that says something powerful about you. You're someone who pays attention, who takes the time to understand, who is still learning, still growing, and still invested in your well-being. That mindset doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. We want to thank you, truly, for spending this time with us today. Your presence here means the world to us. It tells us that this message matters and that you matter. If you found this video helpful, please consider clicking the subscribe button and turning on notifications. That way you'll never miss another story, insight, or tip designed to support you in this season of life. And we'd love to hear from you. What part of this video resonated most with you? Have you ever noticed how your body reacts to water in the morning? Will you be making any small changes starting tomorrow? Please take a moment to leave a comment below and share your thoughts. We read every message, and your voice helps shape the content we create. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Treat your mornings and your body with the respect they've earned. You deserve it.